hilarious videos of people, young kids, going back to the Middle Ages to fix things that they see that were wrong.
Our team just landed in 1845. Gonna stop pollution before it starts. Let's save the planet.
I know you're hungry, but have you considered going green to save the planet? Priorities, guys.
You know bread production has an environmental cost, right?
Great, we'll just eat air then.
Why are they so mad? We were just trying to lower their carbon footprint.
That didn't work. Because we always have this, whenever you see people in today's world, they always think if they were transformed, back to time, whatever time, slavery time, back to the medieval time, that somehow their modern sensibilities would travel with them. And you and I both know that's not like if you were born and raised in that time, that's kind of what you're going to go with, whatever that time is. And it's funny because it is kind of like this is a joke, but the reality is now if you were pushed back in time magically and you ended up now you may believe, your things, but there's also some things you can't say because, you may be a witch. We wouldn't want like you would be. That's the last thing you want to be is a witch. Have you ever seen Nate Bargatze when he talks about if he was somehow magically thrust back in time? That there's no way he thinks he could actually convince people that he was from the future? Yeah, one day you guys are going to have phones in your pockets. How's that? Through satellites. What are satellites? I don't know.
Machines in the sky.
Could you convince people? I don't know if you could. Unless you're a scientist, it would be tough. If you're just a regular dude, and we know what guys would do. Let's be real. We know what the average guy would do is we'd go start gambling on everything we knew the outcome on. Because we saw Back to the Future 2. And we know that's how Biff got rich. Coming up, a lot of stuff still to get to. Congratulations on the zebra catch. No, the zebra does not identify as a bird. That is pretty funny. Bears like their hikers dipped in grease. Ooh, look at that. We got a 6582 said, Chad, I'm a retired cop. I will tell you politicians direct the police chief not to take action on purpose. And because we're talking about the military and going in. And I said, that's a slippery slope. And it is a slippery slope. Because once the military comes in and you get this precedent to do it once, well, everybody then now can do it, is the way they look at it. So what happens if you're having a big, what happens if MAGA's having a big rally one day and they decide, you know what, we want them there? Well, no, that wouldn't be that way. Always have to remember why we have the laws that we have and our Constitution the way that we have it. Because it's always about you one day won't be in power. And if California wants to get loopy and crazy, and this is what they want, and it's a small area, and their goal is, I think, just to allow them to blow off steam and hopefully get bored, then let them. And if they want to throw a fit, then let them. Let the people of the city handle their business. That's what they need to do. And other cities across the country, you need to put it out there. These things, I saw Eric Adams saying, you ain't doing that here. These things won't be tolerated. Not here, not in this city, period, case closed. That's the way you handle it. If your police chief decides to tell everybody, don't do anything, that's the police chief's fault. You deal with the police chief at the ballot box. Or you recall him. Coming up, a lot of stuff still to get to today. We're trying to squeeze everything in. There's so much stuff out there. My goodness me. Chaos and craziness and whatnot. Greta Thunberg is somebody said, this is the name of the band, Regreta Thunberg, which I think is a great name for her. How dare you? How dare you? She was kidnapped in Israel. They gave her sandwiches and an airplane ticket. Who wouldn't want to be kidnapped in Israel like that?